I think that we are both spiritual people. You are a pastor. I'm just a member of the flock, but both spiritual people. I believe that God put President Trump where he is today because he is probably the only
Yes,
person and U.S. president that could put an end to this war and bring about peace and end the cycle of
absolutely.
death. In the few minutes that we have less, we're gonna have to bring you back on, Pastor Burns. I know you're busy. You know, you're doing BBC, CNN, Fox. You're meeting with all types of movers and shakers around the world. But we got to bring you back again. But in the few minutes that we have left, let's shift to domestic politics and, in particular, the Trump revolution in the African American community, in particular among African American men. I
Mhm.
want to give you the last few minutes to just discuss what is so unique about President Trump and his history and his entrepreneurial spirit and his style of talking straight and talking plain. You know, one of the things I say, Pastor Burns, is that there is a brilliance in Trump's simplicity of
Yeah,
communication.
yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, listen, President Trump, it's laughable. The Holy Spirit told me 10 years ago when I met him, 10 going on 11 years now that I've been in his circle. The Lord said, "Show the world this man's not a racist." I'm a black man from the South, deep South of South Carolina. I know what racism looks like. My parents know what real racism looks like. My grandparents know what
Absolutely.
real racism looks like, right? And so these stories that we've heard, the real Ku Klux Klan, not this fake, what people call racism today. President Trump is the opposite of that. He's a New Yorker. He's an equal opportunist. If you hate on him, he's going to hate back on you. He doesn't matter what color you are or gender you are. He's a man's man. He's a businessman. And so the Lord showed me that years ago. And black people get that. We knew, we've been following this lie from the left concerning black. And I understand why. I understand the history behind it. I understand, Dr. Martin Luther King and Robert Kennedy and JFK and how they used getting Dr. King out of jail for the first time. And
Sure.
Dr. King
That
made
was
that
critical.
statement.
That one JFK, the election in 1960 was
It
which
won
was
the
nick and tuck.
they discovered again, Robert Kennedy was against it, but they discovered that black people in the South can vote, and they began to rise up, and
And
that
in the
was the
North, in
in the North.
Chicago, in New York, and
Absolutely.
these other battlegrounds.
And so that's what won him the presidency, and the
Absolutely.
Democratic Party jumped on that, and they never stopped. And so I understand the history behind it, but the reality of it is you can't keep using the same message when nothing in the black community is really changing. We're still at the bottom of the economic totem pole, following the Democratic Party. They're not raising us up; they're keeping us down, and they're using us for our votes. And black men understand that we are the bedrock of our of economic empowerment for the black community. We are the breadwinners. We are the ones that God ordained to be the breadwinners and the workers of our the sweat that what we receive will receive from the sweat of our brow. So
Yes.
so we understand all that slavery talk doesn't touch us anymore. We want opportunities. We want to be able to raise up our family, buy our own homes, own our own land, start our own businesses, gain access to capital, and do the same thing that white Americans and Asian Americans and Jewish Americans and have been doing for such a long time. Black people who've been here want access to the same type of a lifestyle, and President Trump represents that, and he's made it very clear what the opportunity zones, how those are bringing in jobs right now to
That's right.
communities that would have never had jobs,
The
even
the
just
the
today.
platinum plan of his as well.
Just today, President Trump signed an executive order specifically for HBCUs that is
Wow.
encouraging the momentum of HBCUs. That's encouraging BEA, the Black Engineer of the Year Award. I'm pretty sure you know what BEA is, or
Sure. Of course.
Becoming All You Are, and Dr. Taborn and that group. And I've been working behind the scenes with Dave Stewart and others to push that agenda forward so that BEA can continue to be partnering with the federal government as a hub hub for recruiting Black engineers. Remember, China produces 1.3 engineers every year. America only produces 90,000 engineers every year. We're way behind China. And so
Wow.
yet the half of the engineers that are created in America, they're non-American citizens. But yet in the HBCUs, 100% of our engineers are American citizens. And so again, that just happened today.
Wow.
Because President Trump
Outstanding.
is 100% on pushing the agenda of the Black community, not with these handouts, not with these free services that enslave us, but economic empowerment so that we can lift ourselves up, like
No,
Dr.
that's a
King
beautiful
intended to be.
message, and I can't think of a better message to end this comprehensive interview on. Dr. Burns, I know how busy you are. Good luck with your interview on the BBC. Tell those Europeans what time it is.
I sure will.
And good luck and best of luck and Godspeed with your journey to the White House, which I believe is coming later today or tomorrow, and
Yes.
your continued work on President Trump's Pastoral board, and we're going to have you on again. God bless you, sir, and we'll join again and keep up the good fight.
Thank you, Dr. Ennis.